Thank you. Good evening, folks. Pat here with the help of Kathleen behind the scenes, of course, as usual. Hope you had a good week and hope you're looking forward to another one. Weather has been really nice here, Kathleen, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
A bit cool, but beautiful. We won't complain.
Oh, no,
absolutely
definitely
beautiful
not.
weather, lovely sunshine today and yesterday. And I've been at stuff like firewood and setting spuds, and Kathleen, you've been busy in the garden as well. Yeah?
Trying to.
No better lady. Inch by inch, row by row, as they say.
So true.
I'm going to do a song for you next. As I often mentioned before, in most of my live gigs, I start with this song written by the great Ralph Mattel. He's more famously known for writing The Streets of London, but he wrote many. He's still writing loads of really good songs. And I have the pleasure of being a friend of Ralph's in recent times through a mutual friend, Anne, and her sister Joan. If they're looking in, they know who they are. And what a gentleman Ralph is, Kathleen, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Such a nice
oh,
man.
he is.
And it's a genuine article, as I say. But this one is about a guy who emigrates from County Clare to England to work in the buildings. He's feeling very homesick. He'd love to be back at home, but his employment is in London and England. And it's a long, long way from Clare to here. And it's often, this is what intrigued Ralph, was working in the building site with this young boy back in the early 60s. And he said, what do you think of it over here in London? Ralph said to the young boy, and he said, it's a long, long way from Clare to here. And Ralph was very intrigued that he says, long, long way from Clare to here, from there to here. So mostly you say from here to there, but obviously Clare was first in his mind. I'm going to sing it especially for my namesake over there in New York, Joseph Kelleher. I see you like the song, Joseph, so this one is for you, and I hope you like it. Oh, this folk we share the room and we work hard for the crowd. We're getting up late on Sundays, we never get to Mass. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. Long, long way from Clare to here. When Friday night comes around, I'm always into fighting. My ma would like a letter home, but I'm too tired for writing. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. The only time I feel alright is when I'm into drinking. It eases up the pain a bit, levels up my thinking. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It almost breaks my heart when I think of Josephine. I promised I'd be coming home with pockets full of green. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it it gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. I dream I hear a piper play, but maybe it's an ocean. I dreamt I saw white horses dance upon the other ocean. It's a long, long way from there to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Oh, it's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way, and it gets further day by day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's such a long, long way from Clare to here. That also goes out to our daughter Lorna. She always asks for that song when I'm playing live, and she's out hiking with her children, I said, her friends, and big hello to them as well. So be safe, don't get lost, don't go too close to each other, but don't go too far away from each other either, in case you lose each other. So see you later, Lorna. Okay, Kathleen, you put a lot of this evening's list together. So if you have any complaints about the song choice this evening, folks,
come to me.
Get on to my manager, my treasurer, my boss. I gotta say my treasure and
might
treasurer. Okay, now this is a song I sing a lot as well in my live gigs, and great respect for the songwriting of Chris Christopherson. Bus a flat in Baton Rouge, heading for the train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rains, took us all the way to New Orleans. Well, I took my old harpoon out of my dirty red bandana, was going sad while Bobby sang the blues. But then when she wipers slapping time and Bobby clapping hands, we finally sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing need word, nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby McGee. From the coal mines of Kentucky to the California sun, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul, standing right beside me, Lord, with everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. Somewhere near Selena's, Lord, I let her slip away, looking for the home I hoped she'd find. Yes, I'd trade all my tomorrows for a single yesterday, holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was Bobby McGee. Nice easy part here, folks. Na 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 na, me and Bobby McGee. Na 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 na, me, Bobby McGee. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing, but it's free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when Bobby sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. Me and Bobby McGee.
Good one.
You like that song, Kathleen?
I do.
I sang that at our wedding, do you know that? That's one
I
of the
do.
ones.
I remember it actually. I do
Katie,
remember it.
Bobby McGee, definitely did the boxer as well, I think. Maybe that's why you like it so much, Kathleen.
Of course, that's it.
Okay, Charity here I sang earlier, and this song is about some cliffs on the north coast of Kerry, where you can see the west coast of Clare from. Some people think these cliffs are in Clare, but they're actually in Kerry. And, send this one out to Nigel Fitzel, who doesn't, he's not far from the Cliffs of Dooneen, Kathleen. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there is none to compare with the Cliffs of Dooneen. It's a nice place to be on a fine summer's day, watching all the wildflowers that ne'er do decay. Oh, the hare and lofty pheasants are plain to be seen from the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. Take a view o'er the mountains, fine sights you'll see there. You see the high rocky mountains on the west coast of Clare. Oh, the towns of Kilkee and Kilrush can be seen from the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. So fare thee well to Dooneen, fare thee well for a while, and to all the kind people I'm leaving behind, to the streams and the meadows where lakes I have been, and the high rocky slopes round the Cliffs of Dooneen. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountains, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen. There is none to compare with the Cliffs of Dooneen. Cliffs of Dooneen. Your song, Kathleen, you were absolutely enthralled and over the moon when Phil Coulter sent you a birthday wish.
Oh, yeah.
For your 50th a few weeks ago.
I like that one. That sounds better.
You always told me to subtract 10 years from your age. And that's the way you feel. And but Phil Coulter wrote many great songs, of course, even recorded by people like Elvis Presley, and I think his songs are so varied. That's what intrigues me. You know, he can write a pop song, a serious ballad, a song about a situation. He's such a versatile songwriter, an interesting songwriter. I like that. And back in the 80s, big recession here in Ireland. That's where Clare to Here came from as well. A lot of immigration for work to places like England and so forth. And this song is a song called Yesterday's Men. Kathleen, you remember when we used to go and see the Furies, and sometimes they used to play support the Fury Brothers and Davy Arthur.
That's great.
Back in the 80s, during the recession, as a matter of fact. But this is a song about a guy who lost his job, and he's basically saying he's too old to get another job back in the 80s. And the song is aptly named Yesterday's Men. We send this one out to Cahill by request by Carmel Smith. Cahill, has he got some broken ribs,
I
Kathleen?
think a mountain bike. He was adventurous on a
Doing
mountain
the
bike.
fool on a mountain bike.
Well, I won't say the fool, I'd say maybe.
I know he was texting on his phone and he was cycling over the rocks. That happened.
He was answering Carmel. We'll play him.
We hope he. I've had broken ribs, and they're one of the most painful things. I don't envy that guy, because when you try to breathe even in bed and stuff, oh my God.
You weren't talking.
And apparently when they knit back together, they don't necessarily knit back correctly. They could be overlapping or up and down. Did you know that, Kathleen?
No.
They may not knit correctly together.
Yeah.
The alignment could be out. Even though people say that where they knit back together is stronger than the bones themselves. So could be worth it in the end. It could be worth it all. You could have a stronger chest than people that don't break their ribs. Was Joey the Weasel that gave us the wire? They were closing our factory down. We didn't believe him, we called him a liar. The redundancy letters came round. As we read them in silence, I choked back a tear. It was hard to believe after 20 odd years. Farewell, my companions, my friends and my workmates. Farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. We gave them our best years, now they paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell. By making us yesterday's men. We said our goodbyes at the factory gate one cold Friday evening last year. And I saw it all there in the eyes of me mates, the anger, the sadness, the fear. Like our fathers before us, we worked there with pride. Now we fought back the bitterness burning inside. Farewell, my companions, my friends and my workmates. Farewell to the days, the pints and the crack. We gave them our best years, now they paid us back by making us yesterday's men, sure as hell. By making us yesterday's men. Now Jenny, said she, give the kids a few bob. After all, sure it is Friday night. How could I tell her I was out of a job, and now things were going to be tight? How well I remember it cut like a knife. I was never a day on the dole in my life. Farewell my companions, my friends and my workmates. Farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. We gave them our best years, now they paid us back. By making us yesterday's men, sure as hell. By making us yesterday's men. The machines now are silent, the workbench is bare, and there's dust on the factory floor. They've boarded the windows, and they've chained up the gates, and they've padlocked the factory door. And I'm on the scrap heap, I'm just 39, as one of the hundreds shot down in my prime. Farewell my companions, my friends and my workmates. Farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. We gave them our best years, now they paid us back. By making us yesterday's men, sure as hell. By making us yesterday's men. Farewell my companions, my friends and my workmates. Farewell to the paydays, the pints and the crack. We gave them our best years, now they paid us back. By making us yesterday's men, sure as hell. By making us yesterday's men. That was like the bounce in that song, and it's so true. I suppose people lost their jobs and still are, and hopefully when this COVID lark is over, everyone will get their jobs back again. Crack in Ireland is fun, or having a good time, without it's not the reference to the drug. Just a disclaimer in there, folks, for people who might wonder what crack is. C-R-A-I-C is the way we spell it. It comes from a Gaelic or an Irish language term. And I mentioned Phil Coulter, and the next one is also written by Phil. And Kathleen, you like this one as well, you told me?
I do.
Yeah, as I said, you picked most of the set list tonight. And I've been listening to this song for many years, and as I often say before, I like to find out what a song is about, but this one kind of slipped me for a while. I just love listening to the song. But when I found out what it was about, it even meant more. And it's basically about a couple who were up in Northern Ireland during the Troubles, and they're trying to get away from the Troubles and make a new life for themselves. And they're stealing away. So, and that's what the song's called, Steal Away. Steal away, let's steal away. No reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew. Darling, steal away. Let's steal away. Steal away. No reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew. And darling, steal away. Let's steal away and chase our dreams and hope they'll never find us. The dreamy days, the empty nights, we'll leave them all behind us. Steal away, let's steal away, no reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew, and darling, steal away. We leave behind the empty streets, the gloom and desolation, the rain, the cold, just growing old. God knows it's a tough old station. Steal away, let's steal away, no reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew, and darling, steal away. We leave behind our memories and make a new beginning. For we have to choose to win or lose, and it's time that we started winning. Steal away, let's steal away, no reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew, and darling, steal away. Steal away, let's steal away, no reason left to stay. For me and you, let's start anew, and darling, steal away. Okay, lay down.
All good.
Well, we're going to wish a happy birthday to a great Irish musician who has become a personal friend, along with his wife Marina. That's Jerry Madigan, and he's living over there in Calgary in Canada, and his birthday is today. And originally from Dublin, he was a pioneer in 5-string banjo and country music and bluegrass, and he also sings folk songs, of course, but well known for being a founder member of the Cotton Mill Boys, and they were big mega in the 60s, 70s and 80s, Kathleen.
Yeah.
And then he kind of dropped the music for a while in Canada, and he's come back in the last 10 years and written songs, and the next one I'm going to sing is written by him, and it's an immigration song called Ellis Island. And in the meantime, Jerry, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Jerry, happy birthday to you. I think he contracted COVID in the last couple of weeks, Kathleen, did he? So hopefully he publicised it, so I'm sure he won't mind me mentioning. And we wish himself, Marina, and their daughter, I think, got it as well, a speedy recovery. It's hard to smile on Ellis Island, one short step to liberty, so near, so far away Ellis Island, and you know it is your shame. For to come into your country, you made me change my name. Ships sail in the harbour after 40 days and nights of sailing on the dark and stormy sea. We were sick and tired and hungry, but our hopes were raised by the Lady Liberty. Now it's time to stand in line and answer all the questions that didn't seem to matter anyway. But the questions must be answered if in the land of liberty you wish to stay. Very well, Ellis Island, and you know it is your shame. For come into your country, you made me change my name. We were standing in our glad rags, identified by name tags, with a number and a place from whence we came. They didn't speak our language, and they couldn't understand our foreign names. For some of us the light was green, some were kept in quarantine, and some were put on board the ship again. With shattered dreams and dignity, they sailed back to their homeland once again. Very well, Ellis Island, and you know it is your shame. For to come into your country, you made me change my name. It's hard to smile on Ellis Island. One short step to liberty, so near, so far away. What will the ladies answer be? Very well, Ellis Island, you know it is your shame. For to come into your country, you made me change my name. It's hard to smile on Ellis Island. We say hello to Jerry's neighbours over there in Calgary, Sean, Brady McDade, and we had a great night at the folk club over there in Calgary.
That was beautiful. That was
Thanks
very special.
to the committee for inviting me to play there, and also big hello to Kaylee and her family over there in Calgary, and everyone in Western Canada that knows us, or kind of knows us. What do you think, Kathleen?
Yep. I agree with you.
How are we all doing?
All good.
Okay, now this is another song you looked for, Kathleen. You're a bit of a union worker, I think, behind the scenes. Joe Hill, originally from Sweden. And Luke Kelly is who I learned the song from, and Luke learned it from the singing of Pete Seeger from a record. That was typically how people learned songs back in the 60s and 70s, 80s. And this is about Joe Hill, framed on a murder charge. I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Said I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. I never died, said he. In Salt Lake City, Joe, says I, him standing by my side. They framed you on a murder charge, said Joe, I never died, said Joe, I never died. And standing there as big as life, smiling with his eyes, said Joe, what they forgot to kill went on to organize, went on to organize. The copper bosses, they shot you, Joe, they filled you full of lead. Takes more than guns to kill a man, said Joe, and I ain't dead, said Joe, and I ain't dead. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where working men defend their rights, it's there you'll find Joe Hill, it's there you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Said I, but Joe, I never died, I never died, said he. I never died, said he. Send that out to Rick Pelleri up there in Vermont, and my friend, our friend on Facebook, John Coleman from the state of Maine. Maine was mentioned. From San Diego up to Maine. And John plays the long neck banjo, and this steering long neck Vega banjo was made in San Diego by the Great Steering Company. And okay, next week we're going to do a sea songs night, sea songs and sea shanties, and we're going to dedicate it to Heather C. Reid, and she's the, I don't know whether she likes me mentioning the sea or not, but she's a sea lady, so we might as well put the sea in between Heather and Reid.
Are you going to put a song list, or are you just going to?
You can ask our audience would they like a song list to choose from. Okay.
You can answer away, guys. No pressure.
Do you want a song list to choose from or not? Vote now, yes or no. If you don't vote, you're not going to.
No pressure.
And I'm going to do a sea song next, written by the great Tommy Macon. One of my favourite songs, and you asked for this one, Kathleen. I'm going to blame you for all the choices tonight.
I know. I'll take it.
And it's about a guy from a place called Carlingford, and the northeast of our country, and we went to see that beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful place, one of Tommy Macon's favourite places on planet Earth, apparently. And his nephew, Jerry, and his lovely wife, Mary, took us there to see it. That was very special. The place was very special, and it was nice that we had our hosts were direct bloodline of Tommy Macon. I wish I was, but he was such a big inspiration to people like me, and I loved his songwriting. Now when I was young and in my prime, seas. I have sailed before the mast, but on every voyage I ever made, I swore it would be my last. So I've sing farewell to Carlingford, farewell to Greenore. I think of you both day and night, until I return once more, until I return once more. I had a girl called Mary Boyle, she lived in Greenore, and the foremost thought that was in her mind was to see me safe on the shore. So I sing farewell to Carlingford, farewell to Greenore, and I think of you both day and night, until I return once more, until I return once more. Now the landsman's life is all his own. He can go or he can stay. Ah, but when the sea gets in your blood, when she calls, you must obey. So I'll sing farewell to Carlingford, farewell to Greenore, and I'll think of you both day and night, until I return once more, until I return once more. So I'll sing farewell to Carlingford, farewell to Greenore, and I'll think of you both day and night, until I return once more, until I return once more. Taste of a Sea song, and I may have a new one by request, at least one new one next week. And mentioned immigration in from Clare to here, and of course Ellis Island by the great Jerry Madigan. It's also about immigration from Ireland, and no doubt yesterday's men back in the 80s as well led to people leaving in their droves from Ireland during the recession. And next song is another similar song. Flight of Earls was about an older historic flight of people, but the song is called The Flight of Earls, written by Liam Riley, who only passed away in the last year, of Bagatelle. He wrote Summer in Dublin and The Boston Rose and songs like that. And I just noticed my beard is getting longer and longer, Kathleen.
Yeah, someone mentioned it, that you had a...
Oh, folks, there's a method in my madness here. Well, there's a couple of methods. One is that I got no other hair to grow. This just doesn't grow up here for some reason. If I could just hinge it from here, Kathleen, onto my
Transfer it on.
Transfer it on. And the second thing is I'm going to pounce on you all in about 2 months' time or 6 weeks' time. And I'm going to do a charity night, one of my Saturday night streams, and I'm going to be shaving this beard off for charity. So you can dip it deep in your pockets, and I'll be delighted. It's for a very worthy cause. I'll be telling you more about it as the time comes on. So the reason I'm telling you tonight, folks, is that you can save up to donate. I won't be taking a brass farthing, as they say here. I know times are hard and so forth, but that's why I'm leaving the beard grow. So who's going to shave it off, Kathleen, do you know?
I'd be quite happy to.
Can't wait to get your hands on it, I know that. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, the song is called The Flight of Earls, and this is another one of your requests, Kathleen. I can hear the bells of Dublin in this lonely waiting room, and the paper boys are singing in the rain. Not too long before they take us to the airport and the noise to get on board the transatlantic plane. We've got nothing left to stay for, we've got nothing left to do, and there isn't any work for us to do. So farewell, you boys and girls, another bloody Flight of Earls. Our best asset is our best export too. It's not murder, fear or famine that makes us leave this time. We're not going to join McAlpine's Fusiliers. We've got brains and we've got vision, we've got education too, but we just can't throw away those precious years. So we walk the streets of London and the streets of Baltimore, and we meet at night in several Boston bars. We're the leaders of the future, but we're far away from home, and we dream of you beneath the Irish stars. As we look on Ellis Island and the lady in the bay, as Manhattan turns to face another Sunday, we just wonder what you're doing for to bring us all back home, as we look forward to another Monday. Because it's not the work that scares us, we don't mind an honest job, and we know things will get better once again. So 1,000 times adieu. We've got Bono and you too. All we're missing is the Guinness and the rain. So switch off those new computers, 'cause the writing's on the wall. We're leaving as our fathers did before. Take a look at Dublin Airport, or the boat that leaves North Wall. There'll be no youth unemployment anymore, 'cause we're over here in Queensland and in parts of New South Wales. We're on the seas, the airways and the trains, and if we see better days, those big airplanes go both ways, and we'll all be coming back to you again. We'll all be coming home to you again. Nice choice, Kathleen. Do you enjoy
I
it?
like it. Oh yeah, I like that one.
Brings back memories.
Definitely.
You can relax, folks, and sing the next one with me if you don't mind. summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna wake up singing. Spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, ain't nothing can harm you. But Mama and Papa standing by. All together, summertime. Summertime, the living is easy, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, your daddy's rich, your mama's good looking, and your mama's good looking. Hush, little baby, so hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna wake up singing. You're gonna wake up singing. Spread your wings, spread your wings, take to the sky, and take to the sky till that morning. But till that morning, ain't nothing can harm you. Ain't nothing can harm you. With Mama and Papa, with Mama and Papa standing by. With Mama and Papa standing by. That reminds me of Foley's, Kathleen.
Oh yeah,
You got the
definitely.
full house singing that song in the summertime, and it also reminds me of Sheila and Sam. So Sheila and Sam, hello to you this evening over there in Rugby in UK. Hope we can see you all soon in person again. We miss you dearly. Okay, Kathleen, you asked me to do this one for you. Lying Eyes.
Oh,
What brought that on, Kathleen?
I just like them. You used to do this song come back years ago, didn't you?
You can't hide those lying eyes. Huh? Okay, thought you were trying to tell me something.
Oh God.
How's everyone doing?
All good.
So you're gonna get my Every girl just seemed to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. The rich old man, she won't have to worry. She'll dress up amazed and go in style. Late at night, the big old house gets lonely. I guess every form of refuge has its price, and it breaks her heart to take her love is only getting to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out for the evening, comfort an old friend who's feeling down. When he knows where she's going as she's leaving, she's heading for the cheating side of town. You can hide your lying eyes, and you smile as a tin sky. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. The other side of town, the boy is waiting with fiery eyes and dreams no one could steal. She drives on to the night anticipating, 'cause he makes her feel the way she used to feel. She rushes to his arms, they fall together, but she whispers that it's only for a while. She swears soon she'll be coming back forever. She pulls away and leaves him with a smile. You can hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a tin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. She gets up and pours herself a strong one. Then she stares out at the stars up in the sky. Another night is going to be a long one. She draws a shade and hangs her head to cry. Now she wonders how things ever got this crazy. She thinks about a boy she knew in school. Did she get tired, or did she just get lazy? She's so far gone, she feels just like a fool. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? 'Cause you're still the same old girl you used to be. I last time. You can hide your lying eyes, and your smile isn't in disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Oh honey, you can't hide your lying eyes. How did I do, Kathleen?
I liked it anyway. Chap on Heinz, Time, I think, if that's his second name, pronounced right. How is your guitar in tune? He wants to know.
Okay, two things if you look at it as it is now. So I usually tune down half a tone. So standard pitch is here, right here. Second thing I'm using in recent times is what they call a partial capo or capo. And basically it covers the bottom 5 strings. So I have a drop D sounding guitar, and I can play my normal chords. So, and then you play your G, you play your A. You've got to mute the 6th string because it'll be out of 5. If I play it, doesn't sound right. Same with E. Just mute it with your tongue. E minor. So I hope that Heinz, I hope that answers your question. Down half a tone. In some cases I use a partial capo. More times I use normal capo, just to get that D, drop D sound. Okay. Any more questions? Please ask. Don't be afraid. We're all us musicians. We trade each other's styles and so forth, and inspire each other. That's what makes the world go round. Okay, I'm going to do a song next from the writing of Tom Paxton, and it's called How Beautiful Upon the Mountain. And crossing the bridge at Selma, the famous here, and in some cases, Heinz, if you're still looking in, I use 2 capos, so I can move the whole thing up as far as I want. So normal capo here, and all it's doing is bringing the 6th string to the correct pitch, and this one does the other 5 again. So I've got, so that's the key V I'm playing at the moment. The great Tom Paxton. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Across the bridge at Selma you came marching side by side. In your eyes I knew they knew the way. Peace was in your hearts and justice would not be denied. You sang we shall overcome someday. God knows the courage you possess, and I said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Marching round the White House, marching round the Pentagon, marching round the mighty missile plans, speaking truth to power, singing peace to Babylon, asking us why not give peace a chance. God knows the courage you possess, and I said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon are the steps of those who walk in peace. Now the generations that have joined you on this road look to you with power in their eyes, showing you the torches past as they pick up the load, showing you their eyes are on the prize. God knows the courage they possess, and Isaiah said it best. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. How beautiful upon the mountain are the steps of those who walk in peace. Are the steps of those who walk in peace. From the great Tom Paxton. I love that song. Thanks for asking for that one, Kathleen. Once again, and I'm going to do a song this time from the writing of Richard Thompson, and I'm going to dedicate this to Joan and Neil O'Reilly, and also Neil's brother John, isn't it? And his wife Sue, and their lovely children Charlotte and Heather. And they're settling into their new house in Bray. I assume that's Bray, County Wicklow. And I hope everything goes good for you in your new house. And sending greetings to you from Neil and Joan, and Carmel, of course. And so I'm going to do a song, as I said, written by Richard Thompson, and it's called From Galway to Graceland to Be with the King. Explained this song before for those of you who don't really or may not have heard it before. It's all about a lady from Galway in the west of Ireland, and she's madly in love with Elvis Presley. He's already dead at this stage, and she leaves her happy marriage of 20 years when you could get on a plane at a drop of a hat. Hopefully those days will come back again. And she sneaks out the door in the middle of the night unknown to her husband, and she finds her way to America and onward to the state of Tennessee. And she arrives at Elvis Presley's grave in Memphis, and the song tells the story. From Galway to Graceland to be with the King. And I just repeat the last line of which is what I just said, the title. It's just my own doing really, but there's no chorus, and so give people a chance. So as I said, send this one out to Sue, John, Charlotte and Heather. Dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty and pink, like a young girl again. 20 years married, she never thought twice. She sneaked out the door and walked into night. Silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. She left everything, from Galway to Graceland to be with the King. And again, from Galway to Graceland to be with the King. She she was humming Suspicion. It's the song she liked best. She had Elvis, I love you tattooed on her breast. And when they landed in Memphis, well, her heart beat so fast. She had dreamed for so long she'd see him at last. She was down by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would pull her away to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything from Galway to Graceland to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland to be with the king. They came in their thousands from the whole human race to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dreams. She thought that he answered, or that's how it seemed. They dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my good man, are you out of your mind? Don't you know that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring. From Galway to Graceland to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland to be with the king. I've come from Galway to Graceland to be with the king. Took me a while to come to terms with that song, and the first man I heard singing that song was Sean Kane, and I know Kathleen Flynn. Is Kathleen O'Flynn or Kathleen Flynn?
Kathleen Flynn, I think. I don't think there's no one.
Kathleen, I know that you're a big fan of Sean Kane's, and Sean is one of our national treasures as a singer. He's just a unique voice, and he's got I've been to a few of his concerts, not enough, but he's great in concerts as well, Kathleen, isn't he? He's great.
Absolutely.
He's an absolute
brilliant,
professional. He does live streams, I think, every Sunday, I think.
It's Sunday
His
evening.
cottage up in, or a cottage, belonged to the family. Send it out to Patty and Tom Kennedy over there in Massachusetts, and also to Patrick and Kay Crouch down there in Lenore. All our friends in North Carolina, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Maine, Massachusetts, New York. We're so privileged to have been in all those places, and Vermont and New Hampshire, of course. Rhode Island, all those beautiful places. We'll get back there again, Kathleen, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh.
Okay, we'll change we'll dump one of your songs, Kathleen, in favour of Angela Russell.
That's okay.
Angela wins. You were 60 a few weeks ago, and Angela's 61, so you have to respect seniority, Kathleen. I mentioned the boxer earlier, and she picked up on us straight away, and Simon Garfunkel, of course, one of the great songs, and I sang this one at my wedding as well, Kathleen. Do you remember?
I sure do.
I'm just a poor by, and my story's seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a bucket full of mumbles, such your promises. Lies and jest till the man hears what he wants to hear, disregards the rest. La la la, la la la, la la la. I left my home, my family, I was no more than a boy, in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a railway station, running scared. Laying low, seeking out the poor quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they wouldn't know. Here we go. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. She was standing up, Kathy, asking only workman's wages. I come looking for a job, but getting no offers, just to come on from the horse on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. Whoa. La la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Well, I'm laying out my winter clothes and wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are bleeding me, going home. In clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down and cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I'm leaving, but the fight still remains. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 I remembered it, Kathleen.
Fair play to you. I don't know how you remember it the most.
I don't myself most of the time. Okay, folks, next one you asked for, Kathleen, was from another one of my favourite songwriters and folk singers, Eric Bogle. And Eric is originally from Scotland. And he immigrated to Australia in 1969 and has resided there ever since in the Adelaide area of Australia. And he gave us loads of beautiful songs. And including Green Fields of France, some people know it better as Willie McBride, or as he calls it himself, No Man's Land. Another one is, and the band played Waltzing Matilda. And another one of my favourites, and probably yours, Kathleen, is The Leaving of Nancy.
Oh, yeah.
It's about his mother, leaving his mother in Glasgow. And also this one is a song called The Cocky Farmer. And cocky is an abbreviated cockatoo farmer, which are small farmers. They farmed all kinds of different things to our knowledge. It could be dairy, it could be crops, anything. And this is about a guy who's had it fairly hard, but he says it's nearly over now. I'm easy. For nearly 60 years I've been cocky. Of droughts and fires and floods I've lived through plenty. This country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood, but it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. I married a fine girl when I was 20. She died in giving birth when she was 30. No flying doctors then, just a gentle old black gem. But it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. She left me with 2 sons and a daughter, and a bone-dry farm whose soil cried out for water. Though me care was rough and ready, we grew up fine and steady. But it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. My daughter married young and went her own way. My sons lie buried by the Burma Railway. On this land I've made my home, I've carried on the loan, but it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. The city folks these days despise a cocky, saying with subsidies and dough we've had it easy. There's no droughts or starving stock by the Seward suburban block, but it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. For nearly 60 years I've been a cocky. Of droughts and fires and floods I've lived through plenty. This country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood, but it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. But it's nearly over now. Now I'm easy. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that as best you could. It's a sad song, and you see me closing my eyes, I just get into the song. I'm sorry. And a few more songs to go, folks.
Elizabeth Arms said her cousins in Australia.
Sorry?
Her cousins in Australia. She was asking what one did she miss out on. So it was Far Away in Australia is the one that you sang.
Oh, yes,
instead.
yeah.
So, but that one might do her cousins in Australia.
Yeah, that is all about the Australian cockatoo farmer or cocky farmer. Hopefully that'll suffice. And so like as we said earlier, we'd like to get on board a plane again. Not because we like getting on board planes per se. We wish you could click a switch and be in several different places in the world. And so our friends in Switzerland, Shawu and Sylvia, I'd like to say hello to you folks. Also our other friends in the Netherlands and Holland. And they furnish us with the photo from every week's show, and I include that on my event cover on Facebook. And thank you very much for my child, and Waylon and Edwin for sending on those photos. We appreciate it every week. And it's nice to see we're being broadcast in Holland, Kathleen, in someone's living room. From our living room to yours. And I hope that suffices, Elizabeth. And this one is for you and for our friends in Switzerland as well. For you, our Dutch friends. For Sabine as well, in Munich. They come from the farms and the factories too, and they all soon forget who they are. Days of today are soon washed away as they sit on the stool by the bar. The girl with green eyes and a rolling stone shirt doesn't look like she works on the land. The man at the end is a very good friend of a man who sells cars second hand. Where? Down at the Red Rose Café in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. The salesmen relax with a few pints of beer, and they try not to talk about trade. The poet won't write any verses tonight, but he may sing a sweet serenade. So pull up a chair and forget about life. It's a good thing to do now and then. And if you like it here, I have an idea. Tomorrow let's all meet again. Where? Down at the Red Rose Café in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. One more time. Down at the Red Rose Café in the harbour, there by the port just outside Amsterdam. Everyone shares in the songs and the laughter. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Everyone there is so happy to be there. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you. Coming towards the end of the show, folks. Just don't forget, next week is going to be a special Sea Songs week. So make sure you take your seasick tablets before you join the show. I know I sway from side to side occasionally, but we're going to be swaying on next week, Kathleen. You're going to get sick looking.
I will anyway.
And birthday wishes to one of our biggest supporters down there in West Cork, in Doris. And this one goes out to you, Eileen O'Mahony. It's a roundy birthday for you. We get confused, we're not sure whether it's 40 or it's 50. You look so young, Eileen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eileen. Happy birthday to you. our friends down in Doris, and especially to Eileen on her birthday. And she requested a song written by Uwe Kruger. Kruger Brothers are one of our favourite music ensembles, and we spent last night watching them, Kathleen, doing over 2 hours of requests, would you believe? And this song was included, and it seems that you folks loved the song as well, and rightly so. And the Krugers emigrated to America from Switzerland, and this is one of the songs he wrote, not first songs, all about his travelling to America. They never thought they'd end up there and living there and meeting people like Doc Watson. And Caroline in the Fall is requested by Eileen. Is Tom on tonight?
Oh, he's on tonight, and he was
Tom,
looking for
you
earlier.
co-host with Eileen, were you? I think he sent a message to her
I think he must
to
have.
do the request. You can verify that or deny it, Thomas. But at least we've got an excuse to sing it for a birthday girl, and who lives not too far from Bantry, where Tom originally came from. All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Though the travelling was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. Though the travelling took me far and wide across the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I see the sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert blue, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the colour of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. Doc has told to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. In the hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door, and for the first time in my life I'm not a stranger anymore. And I see the sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert blue, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the colour of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. I see when I think about it all is the colour of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. Especially for you, Eileen. And hope you had a wonderful birthday in as well away as you can these days. And thanks folks for listening this evening, we appreciate it. And it's time for us to sign off with our God's Counting on Me, and send this one out to my daughter Emma and her partner Kevin. And it's our anthem song also to David Sheehan out there in Kildare and his family and all the folks out there. Until next week, folks, don't forget we're going on seabound next week. We're going offshore into independent
Ground.
independent ground and
We'll see.
neutral jurisdiction, we think, but there's often wars and aggression out there on the sea as well, since Paris became an entity centuries ago. And okay, let's go for the last one. And again, thank you very much, Kathleen, for being behind the scenes and doing all the
Not a bother.
the necessary work and keeping an eye on the phone in case it decides to update in the middle of our stream. So we're totally dependent on technology for success or failure. And until next week, folks, as I say, get your oars out and your sails risen, and take your seasick tablets and get that bottle of rum, and we'll be on our way. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now when we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we're all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, love that line, God's counting on you, yeah. Turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Let's go. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Let's go again. Hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, hoping we'll all pull true, me and you. Sean to Galera, folks. Love to you all. See you next week. Thank you.